and share this video. Ojigburo, Rego jigburo, Ogburo hia, Ojigburo, Sokmahisegburo, Noyagbure, wash night yo. Please share the video, share it with friends and family. Ojigburo, Rego jigburo, Ojigburo. Rego jigburo, Ogburo hia, Ojigburo, Sokmaize gburo, Noyagbure, wash night yo, Ojigburo, Rego jigburo. Today is a very beautiful day. I give thanks to our head. I give thanks to everything that comes with us to this planet. I give thanks to everything around us for helping us to see this other beautiful day. Today I want to be going a little bit deep into the advantage of having a spiritual wife. This is Woman is God series. Please share the video, invite friends. This knowledge is like mostly for men, but the series is Woman is God series, so men can profit from this knowledge. But we are focusing more on the energy or the feminine energy, the spirit. That's why I'm starting this new series known as Woman is God. So it's very, very important to touch all the areas. Like I said, it's going to be a series I will be taking very slowly. Good morning, King. Good morning. Good morning, nice to see you. How's the family? Good morning, everyone. Good morning, my beloved brother. Okafo, good morning. Yeah, today we're going to be talking about advantage of a spiritual wife. Because religious indoctrination has made everything becomes like whatever is beyond their reach. They just label it. That's how they trap people in their box. That's how they stop people from thinking. And that's how they scare people away from sacred knowledge. Like I always say, I don't talk to everybody. I don't also expect from myself to make sense to everybody. So these are sacred teachings that is specially for special old souls. Old souls can grab it. They might not even have the full awareness of how old or how antique they are in nature, but they can feel it that everything that drives human crazy don't interest them. They are here for something bigger. They are here for something more special. They are here for very different reasons. Some of the reasons are not clear to some yet, but that feeling is just there. Yes, you are the one I'm talking to. So I'm not speaking to everybody. I'm just trying to slow down so some people can come. But because after I do live video, a lot of inbox always come to me like, you are so fast. Before I get there, you go. Before I get there, you go. I don't plan it. So for me, it's very difficult to fix a date, a time where I will do live video because I follow energy. So when the energy come, I bring it out. When the energy come, I bring it out. I have no book I am interpreting from. I have no teacher who is teaching me. I have the teacher of my own self. So I just follow the energy. When it comes and I see the environment or the area around me, the energy is okay for me to bring it, to relate it out, then I just bring it out. So sorry for those who are always like, before I come I miss it. You don't miss anything. All you have to do is to play the video again. After all, this is not a presenting broadcast where, no, we don't really need too much action. The message is what is important. So if you cannot meet it live, you can watch it later. You can even go to our YouTube channel, Africa Spiritual Institute. I have talked to some bloggers to be carrying these things because people need it so full, but many of them are more interested in all those toxic messages. But it's okay. We don't really care about people hearing it. For a man like me, what interests me most is even if it's just one soul, grab it. For me, that's a deep satisfaction. So everything is cool. Today we'll be talking a little bit about advantage of a spiritual wife and how to build that mutual relationship with her. A lot of pastors, even some native doctors, they have always have this misunderstanding when it comes to these things. You will be surprised as your pastor is saying, I want to deliver you from your spiritual wife or spiritual husband. So a native doctor will also say, I have to cure you from your spiritual wife or spiritual husband. No, they're like, why is it that when it comes to spiritual wife or spiritual husband, pastors and native doctors start speaking same language? Why is it really so? Why is everybody fighting their spiritual wife or spiritual husband? Why? They tell you bring bad luck. They tell you it can destroy your life. That's all they tell you. They only show you negative part of it. But they have never really show you they have never really show you the also the profit part, the advantage of it. They have never exposed you to the sacredness that is hidden behind that your connection in that entity who is coming now as a feminine energy or masculine energy. So first thing you have to know is you will ask yourself, why you? Why you? Why is it you? I will be focusing more on spiritual wife because this is a Women of God, Woman is God series. So we are focusing more on the feminine energy. So as a man, the question is, why you? Why do this entity among billions of people on earth, why you? These are very important questions because these questions, which starts now, opening the window to start having a different way to view it. Because why? When you have problem in your life as a man, when you call it problem, because we label these things. When you have that which you recognize as your problem, it's always good to view it from different paradigm. When you have the ability, the knowledge to view it from different paradigm, then you start having some very deep understanding of that thing which you have always feared, of that thing which you have always been scared of. So the more you view it with a very relaxed mindset, because how do people view things? They view it with judgments. They view it with label. They view it by tagging. It's not wise to view things like that. Always view things from a perspective where you are so neutral. Don't be quick to judge. This is, you just hear it, you label it already. You just hear it, you judge it already. No. By doing that, you limit and deny yourself from having the connection with the mystery of that thing that is going on. That's why it's very, very wise to always view things from a very relaxed point and a very neutral point. And don't be quick to judge. In fact, judgment is not even your job anyway. You cannot judge. Nobody on flesh have the right to judge. So today I will be discussing first, where does a spiritual wife come from? And how does she end up as your spiritual wife? First thing you have to know as an old soul, I only talk to old souls, that's why I don't expect everybody to understand me. First thing you have to know as an old soul is, apart from, listen very good, apart from you coming from the sea, the ocean, the mountains, the rock, the forest, because don't forget all souls have where they come from. Apart from you coming from different all these places, I've talked so much about that in Soul series, in Soul Relations, the series I did last year. Those who have not watched it or listened to it can go to our YouTube channel and go through all those things again. Apart from you coming from these different soul groups, soul tribes, apart from that, as an old soul, your reincarnation process here on earth, in different cycle, different places, and different tribes, because some souls change tribes anyway, depends on their mission. Oh, good morning, bless Simon. It's nice to see you. Please share it. Also share it on our page. You know I don't have access to that page anymore. Yeah, maybe soon I will put a new page. I'm just tired of giving Facebook energy because I hate the fact that they can just shut down your page and it's like, for me it's frustrating, so I don't like putting too much energy on Facebook. But share it, please. Share it with people and share it to our page so people following our page can also get the soul food. So, as I was saying, apart from where you come from, where you're coming from, where your journey starts from, because we are all different. Some of us come from the ocean, some of us come from the sea, some of us come from the lake, some of us come from the high mountains, some of us come from the forest, some of us come from the desert, some of us different places. different places. So we are not one. Don't let people lie. In fact, those are even religious thinking. We are one. Nothing is one. Nothing can be one. Even 1 + 1 is not even 1. So nothing can be one. That's universal law. So apart from all that, apart from the origin of your soul, or where your soul was given birth, apart from all that, just being an old soul alone, let me explain it very well to you. Just being an old soul alone, I've already created possibilities of you having spiritual wife or husband. But I'll focus more on wife now, because we are following the feminine energy. That's what we are tracking this period. See yourself now being on earth just 4,000 years ago. And that 4,000 years ago, you were like a duke. Benin call it Ogie. You are like a duke in your own community where everybody look up to you, everybody believe in you. You are the one who always protects and guide and lead the people. And you do this so perfectly well. And in that process of doing it, you have a lot of wives, you have a lot of concubines, you have a lot of lovers also. You have people who just love you. When I say love you, like love you, your presence alone make them have orgasm. So that's greatness as an old soul coming through different series of life. 4,000 years you came. Let's say you delayed a little and you come back like 1,000 years later. That's already like 3,000 years ago. Let's say you delay again, you come back another 1,000 years later. That's already 2,000 years ago. Let's say you delay again, you come again. Let's say since 4,000 years ago till now, you have repeated this cycle known now as life like 5 times. Let's just say so. Sometimes it's more, depends on how you grew, how your cycle was interrupted. Because some people was interrupted and they come so fast again. Depends on what happened to your, depends on your story. All souls have their journey and their stories. Okay, fine. Let's just assume you take 5,000 cycle round, because each life cycle, each round is one cycle complete. You can decide to not repeat the cycle and go to a very higher, higher dimension. Let me use the word like that. Or you can also decide to repeat the cycle. Depends on your mission, depends on your objective, and depends on your plan as a soul that you are. So all souls have their reason of being here. That's why don't ever look at other people to do your life. You all have different mission and you all have different targets. For example, you see some women, they see a fellow woman is married with kids, and they are not married, then don't have kids, then they hate them, their life. No, that's wrong. That's wrong, because you are here and you are here for your own reason. When you do some soul checkup, you might find out that you are not here for babies and husband. You are something different brings you here because you've done that before. I'm not saying it's not good to have husband and babies. I'm just trying to show you the different missions different souls have, and to be satisfied with your own souls and your own mission. Because when you don't do that and you start not trying to define who you are and why you are here because of how the society around you is being structured, then you will be stuck in pains and depression. Then you will not have the joy of life because you believe things is not right with you, believe all is not well. Because why? Amaka have a beautiful husband with 4 kids and a lovely home, and you don't even have a boyfriend. Jealousy, hates, all those things will start giving birth inside of you. But that's not the area we are going now. We want to expose people to the advantage of having a spiritual wife. Like I was saying, all those cycles you have repeat now, like that 5 cycles. There are some individual that was so deeply in love with you. Some might also be reincarnating alongside with you, which some will not end up now as your child, which you give birth to now. Some can also end up as your landlord, which love you now so much. You are just like, oh, this my landlord, just take me like a daughter or a son. These are soul relations. Go and listen to my soul relation series. You will have all this knowledge already, because I don't really like going back to things I've touched already. So you reincarnating now is another occasion, as Italian says. It's another occasion for you to be able to reconnect with that soul group. Soul group is different from a soul tribe. And a soul tribe is different from soul family. These things are very important not to mix together. But that's not where we're going now. Keep pulling me to those different directions. But let's go straight into the advantages. So, when she does not reincarnate with you and refuse to reincarnate back to this dimension, and that bound and strong love that have connected both of your soul together in the high dimension keeps you bound. Don't forget, you are not your body, you are not you here. In fact, you don't even stay inside your body. You are only using this body to be aware of the existence around here. That's why you are not you. You are not your body. You are not that name they gave you. That's a tag to have a sense of recognition of what to call you. So, what I want to share with you right now is that your lover, that's your wife, that's your precious concubine, your lady, whatever they had to you before, that refused, for one reason or another, we cannot go there now, to reincarnate to this dimension. She did not reincarnate, does not stop her from having that connection with you. I'll rephrase it again. Your former wife, let's say from your past life or from one of those lives before, does not reincarnate with you does not interrupt the growth and the connection you are both share together. Depends on who you are, of course. So because that does not interrupt anything, you are not like that man who is from China, who decide to go to Argentina to look for a better job and a better life. Getting there to Argentina, he forgets home, forget his wife, forget his family, and decide to just start everything all over again. So as you are starting everything all over again, fine for you, good for you, but that does not, I repeat, that does not change the fact that you let a wife home, you let a children home, and you are here in a strange land with strange people coexisting. That does not change that fact at all. How are you, Miraman? Nice to see you. Good morning. That does not change that fact at all. So, for you now being in that new place, in this case, Earth, in this dimension, this 3D dimension, for you now being here, thinking that you are here and all that matters is here, is a complete violation. No, let me break it a little bit there. It's a complete misunderstanding of who you really are. Because why? You are a tourist here. You have a home you come from. Many of you have your own kingdom. Yes, when I say kingdom, like big kingdom, just like the same way Oba of Lagos have his palace. Yes, you have your own palace where people worship you, look up to you, and you can ask yourself, how can this be possible? Why can I be here and have these things? Because you are not here. So from that your kingdom, you will just sit down and be looking at mirror, seeing this your body, doing all these things you are doing here. Yeah, let's take it a bit slow. So what I'm trying to share with you today is your life does not start here and it cannot stop here. This is just a passage for you. That knowledge is very important to know. Because when you know that knowledge, and then you see an entity sitting by your side, then you will know, okay, this is a strong bond that connects me with this woman, that makes her keep following me everywhere I go. And those acts of sexual intercourse you always have with her through dreams or visions, depends how they come. Some even come physically. You can just wake up and see yourself like you just come on your body or something like that. Those deep connection is another way to remind you that no matter how far you go, we are still one. I will explain again. Those sexual intercourse you always have in your dream is another reminder to you that no matter how far you go, we are still one and nothing separates us. And this is where those karmas come in. Pastor will tell you, we will give you a deliverance. Pray. Nothing. Native doctor will tell you, we will cast away your spiritual wife or your spiritual husband. Blah, 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 blah. At the end, you will even say they eat your money. No, they did not eat your money. The pastors are just, those ones are just crazy. I don't put energy there. Let me focus on the native doctor because they are the ones, some of them need all this orientation also. What some of those native daughters or babalawos are doing, even some Ohen also, but let me focus on native daughter and babalawo because I'm aware. What some of them are doing is simply cutting the cord that connects you to that entity. They are not healing it, but they are blinding you from even being aware or having connection to that. So when they do those rituals and sacrifice and all those things, and you say, don't worry, you will not see your spiritual wife again, or you will not see your spiritual husband again, they are not stopping it. What they are doing is stopping you to be aware of it. So she will still come to make love to you in dream, but you will not remember the dream. She will still do everything, you will just not remember. So ask yourself, is that a help? Depends on what you call help anyway. So I will talk to you later. Depends on what you call help anyway. So what I'm trying to share with you now is your spiritual wife is not your enemy. Your spiritual wife is not your bad luck. Your spiritual wife is not your problem. Your problem is ignorance. Ignorance of self that has made you now be scared of anything you don't know. That's your problem. Because from the moment you have the knowledge of self and be able to build that mutual relationship with your, she's always by your right side anyway. The moment you are able to build that mutual relationship with her, then both of you now can coexist in the same space and in the same time. That's where the advantages start coming at. But if all you do is to rebel, if all you do is to fight, if all you do is to push away, what you are just doing is you are tying the bound more and more strong, because the more you fight, the more energy you put there, the more the fire burns. They will tell you, don't worry, we will deliver you, don't see it again. They are not delivering you. They are blinding your senses. They are blinding your eyes. They are cutting your connection. But that does not stop our existence. So when you finish here, your cycle, everything, you go back, first thing you see is still her. She wait for you in the airport. So what I'm trying to share now with you is, don't always fight your spiritual wife. She is your closest ally. She is your closest ally. All you need is to build a mutual relationship with her. Because when you reincarnated here for one reason or another, and now I'm not even talking of the one that decided to come with you from your kingdom. I'm just only, brother, good morning. Morning, I see you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. What I'm trying to share now with you is not even the one that decided to come with you from your kingdom or from the realm you come. No, I'm just only showing you now even the souls you interact with during your cycle of life. That alone is even enough to be your spiritual wife. So when she starts coming to you, start manifesting to you, instead of being scared and being freaked out, sit her down. Sit her down. At the beginning, it might confuse you, like, yeah, how do I sit her down? I don't see her. I don't know her. Don't worry. She always hear you. She always see you. All you need first is to eliminate fear, because fear is the greatest obstacle to awareness. Fear is the greatest obstacle to enlightenment. Fear is the greatest obstacle to growth. When you are scared, when you're always so fearful, a lot of things will be hidden from you. Not hidden from you because they don't like you, hidden from you because they love you. Why? They don't want you to freak out. They don't want you to go crazy. So the mind has to be ready and prepared before the eyes can see. That's why you cannot see what you don't know. You can only see what you know. For example, just buy yourself the new BMW X6. From the moment you start driving your X6 in the streets, before you know, all the cars you will see around you will be X6, X6, X. Then you are like, wow, so many people have like my car. It doesn't really mean that so many people don't have that same car before. You are not aware of it enough because you don't really know it. Yeah, you may be seeing it before, but it's different from the moment you buy it. Car owners know what I'm talking about in this case. So when your mind is prepared for something, then that thing can manifest and reveal to you. So instead of you spending hours to blame your spiritual wife or husband, for your barrenness, for your disappointment, for the divorce and all those relationship and marriages that don't work. Instead of you focusing all your energy in that blaming, start building that mutual relationship with them. Start building that mutual relationship, because building a mutual relationship with your spiritual wife is what help you now to unlock doors to access an infinite wisdom and support. Because don't forget, your spiritual wife is your closest highlight. In fact, she's more close to you than even your own ancestors. This will, a lot of people will not love this. Like, my ancestor. Yeah, you are your ancestors. So your spiritual wife, spiritually, is your closest highlight. But when you don't have the real mutual relationship with her, she can still be your closest enemy. So there is advantage, there is disadvantage, duality. Nothing is straight. Nothing on earth is straight. So it's good to keep the balance. So why is it important to build a mutual relationship with her? The things you can discuss with your spiritual wife, you cannot sit down with the leader of your soul tribe who visit you or who you visit and start discussing it with them. Those ones are mostly like give you instructions and show you things. Yeah, but your spiritual life is like your lover. You can play, you can play and share things, and yeah, she can show you things, even some things that normally is not made for humans. She will just share it with you. That's what lovers do, even in real life anyway. When a woman is so into you, who is so much in love with you, she can tell you the deepest secrets of her family. Not because she wants to betray her family, but because that frequency there, that emotion there, has opened all the doors, and there is no limitation of expression anymore. That's why women in love don't keep secrets. Any woman keeps secret from you, no, she don't love you. No woman love you that will keep secret for you. Yes. So it's very important to build mutual relationship with your spiritual wife. Don't always be scared of the general narrative like bad luck or this one. No. All old souls have spiritual wives and spiritual husband. All old soul. Like I said, this for now has even nothing to do with your marine kingdom or the place your soul come from. This has nothing to even do with that for now. Yes, some wives also come from there, depends on your journey. But you being just an old soul alone, reincarnating, coming and going, repeating this same cycle known as life, is already alone for you to have spiritual wives and spiritual husband. Because why? When you are reincarnating, just like I said a little while ago, those attachments, those connections you build with those people, it keeps on expanding. And they keep following you. Not all of them will reincarnate with you. Let's say, for example, now you are married, you are a man now in this life right now, and you and your wife is so much into each other, but she have completed a cycle of life, and you still have missions which just this cycle will not fulfill. Because don't forget, some soul missions, you need 3, 4, 5, 6 cycle of life to complete it. But that's why you see some people stuck. Let's say last cycle you did so well, this cycle you are lost. And when you are lost, you have to come and repeat it again. So many souls are so frustrated today because their soul mission has been abandoned. But that's a different topic anyway. What I'm trying to really show with you is building the mutual relationship with that entity is all that really matters. Let's say, for example, you just wake up. And the last picture you have from what you call dream, the last picture you have was she making love to you or she sitting to you by your side of the bed and cuddling with you. As you just wake up, don't freak out, don't start action. When you wake up, let's say you wake up, you were sleeping like this when you wake up like this. Stay like this. That place you saw, the first place you just saw, the first image you saw while you wake up, keep staring at that place. Don't let thought or action just make you wake up and you just wake up and your day start, activity start. No, then you disorganize everything. Just keep staring at that place and start now. Make sure you're so relaxed. As you're relaxed, you can now close your eyes or you can keep staring at that place. Then start a discussion with her. Start a discussion with her. I am at peace with you. I have a complete, total dialogue with you. I like us to build a mutual relationship. I like our relationship to be balanced. I'm sorry I don't have this awareness again. This world has taken away a lot of things from me that I have no knowledge and access to anymore. Please, I need your assistance and your guidance. Come more closer to me. Show me more things. Manifest yourself more to me. I completely accept you with all of me. I know we are one. You are me and I am you. I am not in any conflict with you. I want to build a sense of a total dialogue with you. I want us to grow this our mutual relationship into even the next dimension. Please take my hand like a baby and guide me through this process. Then close your eyes again. As you are staring at that place, then close your eyes again and just slide in back. She will just appear again. If your vibration is so high, you don't even need to close your eyes. But let's say you have not activated your third eye and all those things. Good. She will just slide in back again. It will just be like you continue the dream, you stop. Now, it will not be a dialogue. She will slide in back again. She can take your hand now, take you somewhere. You guys will sit, let's say, in a park or a water side. Depends on you people energy, because it depends on the energy you both carry. Then the expression and everything will start. Building a mutual relationship with your spiritual wife is just also like, let me use this to explain it. It's just also like you having one cute little girl you love in your area. She's so beautiful, she's so attractive, you like her so much. Whenever she passes, or your homo rise and you kind of lose yourself. So, and because she's so beautiful, you love her so much, and beauty is from the eye, so doesn't mean, yeah. So, because of that, your deep connection with her, it will make you become so gentle and so lovely to her. You can't just call her, hey, come here. No, you become so gentle, so kind, so free, so simple, so neutral, so lovely in the approach with her. And those gentleness and those love you're projecting towards her now will make her, even if she don't really like you as a person, it will make her at least, if she has a good sense of humor, which she must, because it's your energy she will react to. Yes, that's what I always tell people. As people behave, it does not matter. What energy do you carry is what matters, not what people give you. Because people are reflecting what you carry. Yeah. So those things you project to her is what will make her now like, good afternoon, sir. Oh, thank you so much, sir. Or let's say she call you by your name, maybe you are age mate. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you for your love. I thank you too. But sorry, sir, I cannot be with you. I have a boyfriend. You will see she will become so polite, so true with you. Then you can even tell her, don't worry, I'm not jealous. You can keep your boyfriend. I just want you to always be around me. You know, you can make her... This is just like other things. But what I'm trying to show is your gentleness is what raised the flower in a woman. And that's how it also is in spiritual realm. So when you are gentle to your spiritual wife, she will open like a morning rose to you. So your spiritual wife is your closest ally. But when you don't have that knowledge and you see your spiritual wife as barrier, as satanic, demonic, as religious people has programmed your mind to always think and see it, then you will not think your spiritual wife is your problem. Hello goddess. Then you will not think your spiritual wife is your problem. Then you will not think your spiritual wife is what makes you not progress or have a good relationship or anything. No. In reality, What is your problem is that act of rebelling against your own self. That's the problem. Don't forget, when you are a rebel, there are prices to pay. Especially when your rebel goes wrong. The rebel is okay, but when you don't succeed, you chop your eye. So that sense of rebelling is what is the problem, not the energy herself. The energy herself is there. Even if those pastors or native doctor succeed with their rituals and everything to cut the cord that connects you to them, that does not stop our existence. That does not. Okay, what you think they do? They kill her? No. They just stop you living in this flesh to be stuck in this flesh and have no contact anymore to that. So you that have spiritual wife, you that have spiritual husband, you have advantage already. And your advantage is now you have a very close spiritual ally you can build a mutual relationship with, that you can even transform all of your essence together with. I'll repeat it again. Having a spiritual wife is a very big advantage, because that mutual relationship is what can expand you to infinite access and infinite knowledge that await you, which you don't even have any idea of now. So this woman is God's series. This topic, advantage of spiritual wife, is to expose some people, especially men, into that divine feminine energy that is attached with almost 98% of all men. 98% of all men have these things. Some are aware, some are not aware. You are aware, you are not aware does not change what it is. What it is what it is already, which is not being touched. So, not always rebelling don't help us. So, try to always be gentle. Try to build that mutual relationship, because when that mutual relationship start building, then you start knowing what she like, then you start knowing what she dislike, then you start knowing all these things. As a man, before you go into a relationship, you consult her also. She will accept it. How? It's just like you have a wife, you want to marry another wife, and you have to talk to the first wife. I love this little girl. She's so wonderful. I want to bring her into the family. And then she's like, okay. I thank you for really confiding in me. I thank you for seeking permission from me. Yes, let's welcome her to our home. But if you have a wife at home and you think you will just go around and marry a wife and bring it home, then it's a chaos. That's why you see many men who have spiritual wife, they cannot really have a good relationship. They cannot really stay with their wives. It doesn't mean that they are not a good man. It means that there is an energy that is not being balanced. And if that energy is not balanced, so many chaos. Yeah, like I said, when you rebel, there are prices to pay when you rebel. So balancing it is very, very important. It's not a very smooth and easy process like I'm just saying it, because it's good to make it also clear. Yeah, it's not a very good, smooth and easy process, but it's something that you get used to and build as time goes. What is just important, I really want to point out with this series of today is your spiritual wife is not Satan. Your spiritual wife is not a demon. And your spiritual wife is not something you have to fight. This is a part of you. Why is it a part of you? You are existing in different layers, which people now call dimensions. You are existing in different energetical layers and dimensions. So you are not just in this flesh. So in the astral plane, in the other dimension, in the other dimension, the other dimension, there are different you, different existence going through. So you can see it like a spring pulling. So when you now think this is your base, this is your ground, this is the last base, it's just all that matter, everything from there you is not relevant, then it's chaos for you, because you are not even here. You are only wearing and going through these moments, you are not really here. That's why sometimes it seems like you are not feeling anything, because there is no balance between the you here and the you there. That's what people now call depression. Like, how do you feel? I don't know. What do you don't know? It's okay. We understand. It's it's lack of balance. It's lack of balance. But no, no problem. So what I'm trying to show today is building that mutual relationship helps you to grow and connect more with your higher self, your higher state of existence. Because why? She had to climb all those steps down to access you. So because she have accessed you now, so physically it might be manifesting as a dream, or sometimes if your vibration is so high, sometimes you just feel her or see her. Also depends on how you are around you. But that does not mean she's your enemy. That does not mean she's something that has come to destroy you. That means she's reaching out to you. But when you don't have knowledge, she will just be playing only a part. You will just be here, going through the frustration, going through the misfortune, going through the disappointment, going through the bad luck. Those bad luck, misfortune, frustration, everything is just like a protest. It's just like a protest to make you know all is not well, all will only be well when we are okay. So let's say a man with a spiritual wife now. How can he marry in this physical realm without having problem with his own spiritual wife? It's two ways. If you are the type with water energy and your spiritual wife also is coming from the water, yeah, that's very much simple, because you just have to first go and do the marriage in the water world, and then you can have a very beautiful, simple marriage here in this hill, which is like the physical world. But if your spiritual wife is not from the water world, like I say, some spiritual husbands or wife has nothing to do with where your soul come from. Some are just attachments you create during your process of recycling yourself, your process of reincarnation. Don't forget, as an old soul, that's why I only talk to old souls, not everybody. As an old souls, those different cycles, you create a bound, you create something, you create something, you create something. And many of these bonds are so strong. Many of these bonds are so strong that even as you come now to life, your first child might be your first wife in your past cycle. Yes. Your wife now you married today might be your eldest daughter as your past cycle. Yes. There is a nature of how soul reincarnate and repackage themselves to come here. This is beyond what humans understand as order. Because humans always try to we understand everything is order, this is taboo, this is this. In the highest state of consciousness, there is a lot of things like that don't even exist. So that's why you take it slowly. You talk with people depending on their level of awareness and their level of understanding and what they can grab. But what we are focusing on today in this Woman is God series is that great feminine energy that keep on following you is not your enemy. She is your closest ally. You need to build a mutual relationship with. You need to build a mutual connection with. You need to build a mutual understanding with. You need to build a mutual dialogue with to help you even grow. Yes, to help you even grow and assess if anything. What is the biggest fear of people? As long as they are there, I cannot marry. As long as they are there, I cannot have children. As long as they are there, I cannot progress or I cannot achieve this. That's not true. People tell you those things, they're just lying to you. Your spiritual husband is not responsible for you not being able to marry. It is your ignorance. It is your ignorance of self that is responsible for those things. For example, although it's more common with a woman in this sense. For example, let's say you see a man, you like the man, and you have no. Let me focus on woman because this is a spiritual. This is a woman is God series. So let's focus on the feminine energy. Let's say as a man, you'll see a woman you love her so much. A look, a way of life, everything match the way you think and expect and wish for your type of woman to be. All men have that type of desire inside of them. But when you don't have dialogue with your spiritual wife, she's not jealous. They are not jealous. They only pity you. For them to be jealous, they pity you because they know you don't have knowledge. That's why you do this, so they are not jealous. Don't let anybody lie to you that your spiritual wife is jealous. No, no, no. You don't know anything, so they are not jealous. They see things you don't even have idea of. So they cannot be jealous of you. They just pity you, like sorry for you. So let's say you don't have no dialogue with your spiritual wife, and now you want to marry this woman. You want her to give you all the life, all the keys, all everything you wish for as a man. If you are original man, everything you wish for, you want this woman to give it to you. And same time, you have no knowledge or dialogue with your spiritual wife, then it cannot work for you and this woman. It does not work, does not mean your spiritual wife is not happy or don't want you to make it work. It's not working because the energy have to be synchronized together. Why? You are also your spiritual wife, and your spiritual wife is also you. This is something that is part of you. This is like one big body. This is like one big body. So your left leg cannot accept to wear a shoe, and your right leg is like, it's so warm, I don't need a shoe right now. So you cannot walk around in the street with one leg with shoes and the other leg with no shoe. So because of that, the two legs will not leave the house. That's how it is. So that moment now you found that woman and everything, you confirm it already. Then you have to invoke. Invoke when you have direct access to her already. If not, you have to consult her. You have to talk to her and not a permission and present it also to her. So all if you know energy work, you will even know already before even you love the woman. You will know already that all these things work together. But if you don't know energies and you don't understand really how those things work, it's okay. So really, really, really sharing that mutual relationship, like, okay, I've seen a woman I want to marry. I just want to let you know, and I want us to really work together to bring this into, to bring my existence in this dimension also into a fruitful manner. We help you so much. Sometimes you don't need deliverance, you don't need all those prayers, you don't need all those rituals, you don't even need to spend any of those money or time or anything. All you just need is to talk. It can sound stupid because somebody like, who is she talking to? Who is he talking to? Nobody's there. He's just talking alone. That man is insane. It's okay. It's okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Humans are crazy already in nature. Yes, humans are the most crazy creatures here on earth. They think society is what makes them human. Yeah, but it only makes them programmed. That's why all other creatures is so ahead when it comes to connecting with energy. Yeah, because humans always think, and that was our greatest gift and our greatest self-sabotaging tools. So it's 50-50. So the question now is, how do you think? That's what now matters, not just because you think. Because people are so quick to label somebody. Maybe because you do things the way they don't do things. They just label you. This person is prostitute. This person is a criminal. This person is womanizer. This person is this. They just label you without really going into the core, into the energy of what drives you, what motivates you, what's pushing you, what's like in charge and involved in all of these things. But that's not so relevant now. All I'm trying to show you today, because it's a very quick, fast one, Like I said, this series will be a very slow one. I will just be picking it out little, little. Today, because of some visions I had and the energy I have this morning, I just felt like, okay, let me share the advantage of a spiritual wife and how this feminine energy is the most closest ally you have. There is a very big disadvantage. There is not disadvantage. Sorry, that's the wrong word. There's a very big differences between spiritual wife and a spiritual husband, and they both have different nature they operate on. Today I'm focusing on spiritual wife because this is a woman is God series. So that feminine energy, as a man, oh, right now you are a man, of course. As a man, don't forget, so have no gender. But now you are a man, good. As a man, building that mutual relationship with your spiritual wife is the closest ally you can get. Sometimes so, your spiritual wife can even become your first oracle you can consult. Even if you have your own special deity or things you follow up with. Your spiritual wife is very, very... Okay, for example now, let me just make an example. There might be some energies that follow you. There are some places you want to go to, the energy will wait for you outside. They don't come in there. But you know what? Your spiritual wife, she have no restriction. There is no place she cannot come in. She busts in any place with you. You see, you just imagine? It's like having a personal ADC. It's like having a personal ADC that is always standing with you. So this is your closest ally. The mutual relationship with her is very, very important. It's very, very interesting. It's very, very nice. So some men, some gurus who understand this energy will argue with me and say, why it's not good is because when you have that strong dialogue with your spiritual wife, then you cannot have your own free will to just love anybody except your own spiritual wife agrees with it. Then I'm like, and then, so what? That's what somebody like me will reply, of course. And then, so what? Why should I love somebody that my own spirit don't accept? That's a question. So the reason people always cut it is to claim that independency. Yes, independency is good, but it's very expensive. You must be ready to pay the price of being independent before you really go into that side of saying being independent. Because it's very easy to close those, to seal off those things. It's very easy to seal it off. The question is, what becomes of you later? Let's say that native doctor did so well now. He tried with all the rituals and sacrifice and everything. Don't forget, like I said, they are sealing it. They are not stopping it. They can't even kill. They are just sealing it and stopping you from having that contact or connection. Okay, fine. Let's say they successfully do it now. Now you are you. Fine, you're living your normal life now. Creating a new bound. Because now again, you are going to fall in love with somebody, which is good. You are going to create a new bound again. And this is going to be a new cycle again. And when this cycle ends, that energy which they block your own access, she's waiting for you in the airport first. I just use airport like to make it easier for people to be following. She's waiting for you in the airport when you come back home now. So plus others you will now carry along. But when you know what you have already, then you just grow together with what you have and be bringing out the best of what you have. I see that as more relaxing. I see it as more comforting. I see it as more beautiful. That's how I see it. This at this moment now become like personal thing. So some people will argue, no, I prefer cutting all those energies and don't have any contact and connection with that energy and build something new. Yes, good. It's good like that if only that after building something new, that something new will be only what will be existing without coming back again. Because you are still coming back again to click back again. Then you are packing more load. It's like more baggages. It's like it's just more heavy. So I prefer to go along with souls and spirits which we have deep soul connections already. Maybe I prefer now, for example, to marry a woman who was my mother in my past life, and than to just meet a fresh souls who come from nowhere and marry her and start a new bond. Why? Why? Good. Expanding of your consciousness carries everything along. But grounding and expanding within what you are makes you grow higher. For example, let's say you want to build 5-story building and you build already 3. You just need 2 more stories, 2 more decking to put to complete it 5-story. That is more easier than you thinking, okay, what will happen? This house is a 300 meters square wide. Okay, let me expand it and make it 500 meters square wide. So now you have 2 options. Since now you destroy everything you have built already and start a new massive construction, or you have to build something else to attach to it and later break the walls so the 2 buildings now can move and grow together. So it's more easier to just build higher than that expansion. That's why, for me, my own advice is grounding ourselves with what we have already and grow together with what we have is the most beautiful thing we can ever experience. Because the worstest thing you can ever do to yourself is to detach yourself from everything that you are that come with you to this life and think and decide to live like an ordinary human, as they always make you to think, just because you think you are a human being, you want to live like. No, you are not a human being. You are a ghost on a ride. You are a spirit who is traveling through time and space, having an awareness in different form and in different shape and different size. So this is a journey, it's a continuous journey that keeps going. And this is very, very important to keep. So all I'm trying to show you here today is build a mutual relationship with your spiritual wife and see how she will revolutionize the state of your consciousness and expand you to infinite knowledge and society. And those societies and knowledge is introducing you and expanding you into, this is giving you higher access, because she is your closest ally. Don't just think she mean bad, she's evil, she's bad, she's evil, she's bad, she's demonic, she's bad, she's bad, she's bad, she's bad. Don't just think that. Don't just think that. And for those of you who always have problem with her, especially for some men who every night, as long as you sleep, you make love to her. As you sleep, you make love to her. Or every time you sit down, you want to masturbate. You can't just help yourself. You always want to masturbate. Every time you always feel like you need a woman, but you don't go for a woman. You just... for men who are always having those difficulties, your spiritual wife is not the one responsible. What is responsible is the lust in your mind, the way you think. Let's say you are walking in the streets. You see a woman with a very big ass, big boobs, tiny waist, and all those things. You are like, ooh, your head start ringing bell, like, Then you are like, all the teeth comes out and all your cheeks is popping eye. Then, of course, what you are doing is you are increasing the vibration of your spiritual wife. Of course, you will make love to her every night. Of course, you will come and jump on you every night. Of course, you will always masturbate. Of course, you will always want to do things like, yeah, when you're so obsessed with, wow, look at this woman, you see this woman, you see this woman, you see this woman. Every woman you see bust your head. Yeah, then you are increasing the vibration of your spiritual wife. But if you can be a man of yourself and know how to be in charge of yourself, not letting things just go past you and you're like, oh, whoa, then you can start having a balanced energy with your spiritual wife. Because why? When she see you getting lost over others' body or look or things, women displaying with their beautiful, magnificent self, don't forget they are the universe itself manifesting itself outside our own self. So when you are always lost over that, then your spiritual wife is like, oh, don't worry, I am here, I will console you, I'm here, I will satisfy you, all is well. Because she can see that sense, she can see the needs of you being satisfied, she can see the needs of you being taken care of, she can see the needs of you always being together. If your spiritual wife always cuddle with you every night, no woman can just come to your bed and sleep in your bed, and the next day they would like to sleep there again, because she don't have space there. So, but when there is dialogue, then there is space for everybody. That's where the dialogue is important. And then it don't just also become anybody. Then your own nature becomes selective. As a man, you are not supposed to just sleep with any woman who like you or who you think who you can open their legs. No, it's not like that. Your body is a sacred body. Your penis is like a wand. It's like a magic wand. It's a magic wand to speak creation into existence. So this is not something anybody can just have. Anything can just play with. Anywhere can just go. No. Good morning, Miss Charity. Nice to see you. This is not something like that. This is deeper. This is something that is very sacred. This is something that is very sacred. Some men who end up being womanizer, some men don't even know why they are womanizer. Some men don't even know why they are womanizer. They just only see themselves that whenever they see a woman, they feel like sleeping with the woman, and they can do anything to make sure they sleep with the woman. Some spiritual wives are so obsessed with these things. When your mind is always in those material things, and you're always dying for, especially lust of the mind, when you see a woman, in fact, you love a woman. No one you can even select. You love everything. As far as a woman, you love it. In fact, any woman can just call you and catch you. When your mind is like that, then you are boosting the energy of your spiritual wife, and then she can start influencing your attitude and your character of womanizing. Before you know, you start sleeping with different women. You sleeping with different women, she will possess the body of those women. You are sleeping with her because she wants you to also feel that sense, that joy, that satisfaction of being in flesh. So she can influence that your mind that is already lost and make you always go around sleep with different women. You stupidly will just think you are reigning. You will just think you are smart, but you are not the one doing it. She is possessing and influencing you to enter and possess the women you are sleeping with just for she to feel herself. Some spiritual women are very dogged and strong, especially those ones from the marine, from the river, those ones don't go there. So those ones need a very strong dialogue. So, but when you have when you have like just like a simple one, what do I call simple one? Simple ones are those ones that just come with you from your cycles of life. Those ones are very simple and very gentle. They are not even jealous. Some, yeah, not all anyway. They're not even jealous. But when you are from the sea, when you are from the ocean, when you carry this deep, strong ocean energy, and you have a wife inside the ocean who is always coming to you, who you people even have families and kingdom and everything inside the ocean. Time to time, she decides to come to the hill to meet you. These ones are very good and they are very more helpful. But at the same time, if you don't know how to control your mind, these ones can really influence your lust and interest in women. You will just end up womanizing. You will just end up sleeping with different women. You will think you are a fine boy, you be big boy, now you the rain. Now you sleep with woman past, now your penis long past. You will think you are being celebrating yourself. No, what is going on is deeper than that. So that's why as a man, control your mind. Control your mind. It doesn't just mean woman sit down open leg, it go affect you. Woman bend go one corner, it go affect you. Woman waka pass you, it go affect you. So anytime you just see slide lip to take pimp a woman, hey, your eye go open. Wow. No, those things no, those things is not good for you. These are why people now complain. My spiritual wife, they worry me. My spiritual husband, they worry me. The question is, how do you think? How can you be a woman? Now, my still talk small, go the woman side. How can you be a woman? You see a man stand, all you can see is, look at his legs, look at his arm, look at his waist. Ooh, look at how sexy you look. A woman, you will just be thinking all these things in your head. So at the end, your spiritual husband will always come and jump on you. That's normal. Because why? Your mind, the lust of yourself now, has empowered and pushed more energy into that vibration, and that helps it to express more. But when you can at least be in charge of your mind, at least be in charge of being not being lost, then the vibration of that your spiritual wife will not be too high. It will not be balanced with you. Then you can look and have straight dialogue. Then it's like you're staring at each other's eyes and expressing deep connection. Then nobody's using anybody, then become dialogue. Then it's an ally. But if you don't have those knowledge, and you're always having lust, then they will profit from that. They will profit from that. And when they profit from that, of course you will always lose. You will always lose. You will always lose not because you are a loser. You always lose because as long as you are in flesh, you are limited. As long as you are still in flesh, you are limited. This is the fact. This is the fact. Flesh is like also a cage. And and not all access you can have as long as you're still in this flesh. That's why you have many entities don't like or like coming here anymore. So those of us that are still here is because of the different mission. Normally we are not even supposed to be here. But we are here because of the tasks, the missions, and things we carry already that we are coming to bring. And some are also just here. Yeah, go and listen to my soul series. You will understand these things. Some are also just here to experience themselves and be aware of their own self. That's why you see some people that say, hey, yeah, they live I don't care life. No, Georgia, live all me also get their mission. It not be your problem. Let me live here, I don't care life. You live your life. Life is SOS, save your own soul. so don't worry. Let everybody live the way they understand and accept their own reality. Yes, you can advise because of love sometimes, But no, your advice should not be policing. You don't have right to police anybody's life, including your own children. Not be your duty to police their life. Yes, you can point and show them direction. They have to still decide if they will follow it, because they might have their own direction which you have no idea of. So you are not the owner of anything. Yeah, nobody owns anything. We are coexisting with our own reality. So I just want to share this so quick. I just want to share this so fast. It's a very fast soul food. Advantage of spiritual wife. Building connection with a spiritual wife is very, very important. It's very, very important, especially when you are living alone as a man. First time you bring a woman to your house. Yeah, first time. Of course, when your house is a new house. But first time you start bringing, before you, let me use the word before, because not all men are first time. Many men always bring women to their house. I always forget sometimes. So, whenever you want to bring a woman to your house, first consult your spiritual wife. Consult your spiritual wife. Have a dialogue with her. Have a dialogue with her. And make sure you that is also bringing that woman, make sure you are bringing that woman, because why? Energy connects both of you. Energy that connects two people does not always mean it has to be marriage. Marriage is not the only reason why man and woman know each other. Some men and women know each other to heal calming stress. So meeting each other, having good time with each other, spending wonderful time with each other can heal that karmic stress. That's why you see some people, you say, that man just sleep with me. Since then, they call her, they pick my call again. I don't know what I do that man. Now, because you don't get knowledge, if you get knowledge, you know, say, that energy will make that man not they pick your call again. Una don't heal that karmic stress. You need to move on. That's why first they always be watchful. Be watchful. Be aware of energy first before you jump into anything. Because if you know it's a karmic relationship, a karmic stress that need to be healed, then why will you not have depression over a stress that has just been healed? A man left you does not mean your life end. Sometimes that junction has to end there, and so that your own growth can continue. But when you stuck there like, people laugh at me, I'm not alone, I'm scared to be alone, I'm this, I'm that, judging, labeling. You are just doing what I call self-sabotaging, and that is not helping anybody. So it's a fast, quick soul food. I want to be taking it slowly. Today is advantage of a spiritual wife and how she is your closest ally, because she is your closest ally. Sometimes she's more closer to you than your own Orisha. Your own Orisha can be busy sometimes. Only when you invoke them or consult them, they come to you. But you see your spiritual husband or wife, they are your personal ADC. They are always with you. They don't go anywhere. They are just there. They are what Christians call angel, personal angel. They are just there. So build your relationship with her. You can't just there. You just discuss with her. She just can't know you. Now can't know each other. You will know what she like. You will know what she don't like. You will now understand more about her nature. And then when you go into a relationship, when the other person is a very incredible soul and old and connected to you in one or two different dimensions, then your spiritual wife is always happy, because you know why? They feel even relate. That be the advantage of following people where your soul accept. They feel even relate. They feel even be friend. Everything will just work together and be peaceful. That's why you see some people will say their spiritual husband not let them marry. Not be your spiritual husband not let you marry. Waiting not let you marry now because you dey choose man wey not get any soul relations with you. You just dey follow man. You know they connect deeply, solely before you follow them. Same with men. You follow woman because she's beautiful, she's tall, she's short, she this, she's that. One or two reasons. Not because of how your soul really connect with the woman. So of course it will not work. But if your soul is connected to the woman, then your spiritual wife is like, get now, yeah, they're even happy for you. Then you can have a lot of children, because why? You also have so many children, maybe in the water or wherever you come from, which want to come. So when that souls are so connected, those things can easily come and come and come and come. So that's just the quick fast of food I want to share. I just want to make it so fast. Please always share the message. Always share the message. Always let people have all this awareness. Always let people have all this awareness. And also follow our YouTube channel, Africa Spiritual Institute. Follow our YouTube channel. Share the message. Let people get access to all this soul food. Because sometimes what you see as problem is not problem, it's just knowledge. But people will profit from you because they know you don't have this knowledge. Some of them don't even have the knowledge. This is the fact. Some of them don't even have the knowledge. Many native doctors, many pastors, they don't even know. What did they know now? So that they do them. So at the year saying so that they do them, they will just want follow up like that without understanding, say, different natures, different spirits, and different things. So would we work for this one or work for this one? So you get away it be. Somebody has a question. But brother, don't you think some spiritual husband/wife are there to destroy? No. They are not there to destroy. I've just explained it. I think you come later. They are not there to destroy. The lack of knowledge, the lack of your knowledge and connection is what bring out those things that look like destruction. Those destruction, just bracket it, that word destruction. Bracket it like this, carry it now and stand it. What is destruction? What is destroying? You will see it's like interruption of what you see as your own life experience or as your own growth. So that interruption there, which you can also call destruction, is also a protest to draw your attention to something very important. For example, a woman is married, she cannot have a child. And she always sleep with the dream. Whenever she sleep with the dream, she miscarriage. Then she wake up in the morning, she starts crying. Yes, it's sad, it's painful, but learn how to profit from your pains is high level of knowledge, because pains have its own beauty. Pains have its own beauty. So that destruction is, in another way, is a kind of a protest to draw your attention to something very important in your spiritual growth. When it comes to spirit orientation, it's very different from how humans think. What you call pains and destruction in the spirit world is like a lesson. It's like an occasion. It's like a chance for you to be aware. So the labeling, the words humans are using is self-sabotaging spell that has really bring humanity to their knees. And it's time for we to start using new languages, new way to express this thing, new way to point it out. And this is very important. So after building your mutual relationship with that same spiritual wife or spiritual husband, then you can say what she really is. You can't judge when you don't know. And that's very important. Yeah, that's very important. I get emotion about these things because it's something very, very deep and very, very mysterious. And not everybody can really easily get it. But my prayer now for anybody or everybody who will hear or who is watching this is, I pray that that deep intimacy within you and your spiritual wife or husband increase and really mature to the point that you can see it and look each other eye to eye and discuss about your own future. When you have that access, then you will have the knowledge that your spiritual wife is your closest ally you have and you can ever have. Yes, I will stop it there. I will stop it here right now. It's a fast one. I don't want to go too deep inside. Yeah, next week we will be doing our weekly soul expression. So this is already Sunday. I say next week. It's on Tuesday. Tuesday we'll be doing our weekly soul expression. Invite friends. Come in. Call in. Be a part of it. We just started it last week. Every week we are going to be doing it. It's a weekly soul expression. This is an arena where you can come to express your soul. Many people don't know how to express their soul. We will teach you this. Only the old souls, of course. Because the young souls have things to learn. That's why I focus on young old souls. Well explained, thanks. Okay, I'm happy you get it. Things like this is not everybody who can really digest it. Yeah. Because humans are very used to everything have to be leggero, everything have to be smooth, everything have to be light, everything have to be so fine. Nature is completely against that thinking. So the earlier humans start thinking straight, the better. Things cannot be so beautiful. Things cannot be so fine. Things cannot be so perfect. No, nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect. As beautiful as Earth is, there are places you go to, all you see is an eruption of a volcano burning out. The same Earth, tornado, sea everywhere. Have you seen where sea is dancing and slapping each other? You will see that life is chaos. Nature is chaos. So mastering the chaos is power and knowledge. This is why we are here. This is why we are here. I don't really have the time yet on Tuesday. I don't have the time yet, but I will post it again later this evening, so I will conclude the time. But it's on Tuesday. On Tuesday is our second soul expression, because every week we want to be doing weekly soul expression, where people can come to express their soul. When you call in, if you don't want, you can just also don't say your name. If you want to say your name, you can say your name. The idea is for everyone to have a space you can come every week and just express your soul without being judged, without being labeled, without being tagged. Let's say, for example, during the weekend, you see yourself in a club, you end up drunk. One man take you home, sleep with you. The next day, kick you out of his house. You go back home. You feel miserable. You feel so used. You feel so lost. You hate your life now. And you are just there, hating yourself. Oh, what is this? The next week, you repeat the same thing again. But you still hate yourself later again. Come to our weekly soul expression and express it. When you start expressing this, you start seeing healings that follow the power of expression. This is even why Vatican creates a confession room, in case you don't know. This is the only reason they create it. Don't you see, when you go to a Paris, you don't even see them. They will just sit down there, something will block you, and they will listen to you. They will say, what do you want to confess? Although some are not spies now. But the real natural sense, these are like what it really is. So they psychologically, they know what they're doing. They're always God. So what I'm trying to share is, come Tuesday to our weekly soul expression, and I send you all peace and love. I thank you all. Please share. Let everybody know that spiritual wife is not your problem. Spiritual husband is not a problem. Your problem is your knowledge and your lack of dialogue with them. This is what really matters. I send you all peace and I send you all love, and I wish you a wonderful day. Bye-bye.